Hey, Blue Sphere family. Hopefully, everybody is having a good Monday evening. I'm just up doing a little technical analysis, little TA work, a little DD before opening bell tomorrow morning. It's typically what I do in the evenings. I break down charts and then I'm looking at pre-market movement, stuff like that before bell. And always good to have a plan going into a battle. You never want to get into a war without some kind of plan, and that's technically what we are doing. Us retail traders versus Wall Street is we are having a good old-fashioned war. So as promised, I said I would break down BLSP for everybody, and it's actually really interesting. So I've had these levels, support and resistance levels, plotted for quite some time, weeks now, and this setup it's really cool. It's not traditionally what we see in a penny stock pump and dump, which is it's really promising because we're starting to see some formation. We're actually starting to see this stock have some balance now and have a base. She's never really had a base, right? We've just been in this huge freaking sub penny doing nothing for quite some time. And then we get this explosive movement. If this was a traditional pump and dump, we would have seen this and she wouldn't be holding here. We would have come all the way back down. That's typically what happens in these pump and dumps. So this, we actually are in a bull flag right now, which is really cool. I'm happy to see this, and we actually got a break out of that flag today. So we've got this huge run up that happened. Everybody knows that run up. It came all the way up to 4 cents, and then back down. It is kind of a steep retracement. She retraced about 50%, a little more actually, 60-65% down here in the bottom. But what's really good about this setup is you see we've got this explosive movement up on high volume, and then we go into this coil. We go into this flag, right? You got your bull flag, and then you got the flag, a little bull wedgie here. But right here, this is beautiful. This is what we like to see. This is what we call a low volume ebb, and what that indicates is in a bullish setup, it indicates that sellers are few far in between. There's not a lot of people selling at these levels, so we have more buying pressure than selling pressure. We have just enough to cause this equilibrium in here. So the stock is trying to find balance. Today we got this breakout of the apex of this coil, which is on huge volume. This is good to see. This is promising. As you can see, we've got some levels in here that we really need to pay attention to. You can see this 0.0312 level. She's actually come up to it pretty close a couple times and rejected this level. Not a bad thing, right? She's gaining steam. She's going to try to find areas to reject. People are going to take profit. It's just the nature of the game. All right, you got to think about all the traders that have bought in right here. They see this big move. They're going to take profit. That's a huge gain on a penny stock. So her coming back down a little bit today is not alarming at all. What we need to see is some follow through. Okay, we need to see her up above this 312 level. And then we're going to take a run probably up here to retest this 0.04. The question is where she's going to go after that. Are we going to get another retracement pullback and look for support? We're going to start putting in some higher highs. That's what we want to see. We can kind of get an idea of where she might extend. Now, the problem with above 4 cents is we don't have any history up here. So we really don't know where those emotional reaction points are going to be in these levels, so we have to take a guess. And the best thing we can do when we're at all-time highs trying to take a guess is actually using Fibonacci extensions. I think a lot of traders are going to be using these extensions to try to calculate where this stock is possibly going to go. So we can take a rough estimate that more than likely, if she's going to extend, we can see her up here, the 5, almost 6 cent level. If she wants to come up to the 78.6 level, we could see over 6 cents. We are going to get some retracements though, guys. I mean, that's just the nature of the beast, and that's what we want to see. Ideally, over the course of the next year, 2 years, whatever it's going to take, we don't want to see these big, huge, straight up parabolic runs. Those are very, very prone to collapse. It's like a rubber band. You stretch something so far one way, it's just a matter of time before it snaps back, and that's how stocks typically act. They get overstretched, they snap back. It doesn't matter if it's going long or going short. They get overextended and they snap back. So ideally, we want to see her, climbing up. Okay, and then retracing, consolidating, volume drying up, and then moving, doing the same thing. And we want to see typically a nice 45-degree angle of ascension in this chart. If we can see that, I'm going to be very, very happy with this stock, because what that tells us is she is in harmony and there is a good balance. And that's what we want to see. That is trajectory of a profitable company that is going somewhere, that is going to grow. So I do like this chart. It's actually really beautiful for a penny stock to see this. You know, I've dissected so many penny stock charts. It's ridiculous how fast they come up and come back down, and then they're sub pennies within, you know, a matter of a day or two. So yeah, this is a big indicator right here. Today was the gusto in having a determination where she's going to go. We do need to see this follow through here, though. We need to see a break above this 03112. We get that break, come up and retest 4. Don't be surprised if she comes back down a little bit, but ultimately I think we're going to be up here. Now, as far as where you guys should be entering and scaling into position, ideally when you see a price coming up to, you know, resistance level, you don't want to take a position there. You want to see it break through, or you want to catch her when she's on support. So you guys that are looking at your charts, plot in these levels. This 0.0312, 0.0262, 0.021, 0.0121. Those are all going to be very valid support and resistance levels. Buy at support, wait through resistance if you're going to add. That's typically the way you want to do it, okay? All right, hopefully that helps everybody out a little bit, and Godspeed, and we'll see you guys hopefully at 50 cents at the end of the year. All right, over and out.